And so we have a group of people blocking traffic on Albany and Dean Street. They're refusing to let the orange go eastbound on Dean Street and Albany. So we're stuck here.
Run them over. Shoot them. Don't put that over yet.
These rubber bullets that these cops are using on protesters, how fucked up is this? They're just shooting them into people.
Yeah, directly. They're supposed to hit them off the ground.
They're shooting them at fucking reporters. Do you see those reporters? Reporters are interviewing these people, and they're like, ow, ow, what the fuck?
Yes.
They're just getting shot at.
I know.
By cops that know they're reporters.
Yes, I know. And a reporter lost her eye recently.
What?
An ABC reporter, someone like that. Yeah, got hit in the eye with a rubber bullet just recently, like yesterday or something.
Oh my God.
And lost an eye. That happened too when I was at the WTO riots. You know, like 1 second you're like, oh, cool. The chief of police is talking to the lead organizer and he's got his helmet off and everyone's like, oh, this is cool. They're all talking. And then from behind the police lines, you hear a bullhorn. We're going to be launching tear gas. Please clear the area. And you're like, wait a minute, but you guys were just talking. It's like, oh, I don't know. And he doesn't know because that was another order placed by someone that wasn't him. And then suddenly it turns into pandemonium. And the next thing you know, another dude loses a guy that I knew that was a friend of a friend lost his eye in the WTO, right? It's because the guy, the police officer shot at him directly instead of bouncing it off the ground.
Character to deal with being in a position of having control over other people. Really ultimate fatal control over other people. I just don't think they have that. I think most people, I think that takes a really powerful person. And there are powerful people out there that handle it well, and they're great cops.
Yes.
And then there's guys like that guy who put his fucking knee on that man's neck for 8 minutes and 38 seconds or whatever it was. And finally the family got their own autopsy. And the autopsy showed the man did die from
asphyxiation.
Yeah, not just asphyxiation, but also from the blood being cut off to the brain.
Jeez.
Which is really what it is. It's a blood choke because you're putting your shin on the side of the neck. It's cutting off the carotid artery. It's like a choke, like a jiu-jitsu choke. You know, the idea that that's not what killed him is like, come on. What was just a coincidence? I mean, what is the autopsy like? How corrupt are your fucking medical examiners?
Man, I'm telling you, it's I know where they're like, well, we need to get ahead of this, and it's like, you know, just
we just
like
found he had pre-existing conditions. Yeah, it's called being black.
Yes, yeah, that was
pre-existing condition.
I know.
It's called being black and being arrested, especially by that guy. That guy had 12 different abuse forms that were abuse claims against him over the years.
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? It's Jay Coffee Talk. Thanks for tuning into the channel, but let's talk about all this. You guys, you know, everyone's aware of what's going on. We've all been seeing the news, and you know, we have common sense. We're not stupid. You know what I mean? I wanted to share those clips with you guys and break this all down. And listen, you know, so much is going on right here, and you know, people can make of it what they want with the narratives about the media and, you know, about their, you know, the way they want to spin it and their feelings. But listen, let's go over some facts, okay? Something Joe Rogan was saying there about the reporters being attacked and shot at with rubber bullets, losing their eyes, out there documenting and covering what's going on out here. We heard that one clip where the one officer's like, get off the air with that in New York, when he's, you know, saying, hey, there's these protesters blocking stuff, and the one guy says, shoot them, run them over. You know, we see the aggression that is out there, and yes, these protests got wild. You know, there was a lot of damage done and everything, but the fact is that there has been a lot of police corruption, a lot of police aggression and violence, police playing judge, jury, and executioner in all kinds of, you know, situations like that for years. And it's a flawed system, and it needs to be fixed. I don't have all the answers, but a lot needs to be fixed. You know, first off, what's going on right now with this George Floyd case we know what we saw. We all saw the proof, and you heard what Joe Rogan said there. He calls MMA for a living. This guy knows his stuff, and he flat out said that was a blood choke. You know, it's used in jiu-jitsu to choke someone out, you know, and it's a temporary thing. Like, they lock that hold on someone, it starts cutting off the arteries, you know, choking someone out, putting them to sleep, and then that's the end of the fight. Well, this guy, this, you know, killer, Derek Chauvin, held that hold on for like 9 minutes, you know, and then we see what that report comes out. You know, I covered that in a previous video. Hennepin County puts out this BS report, you know, that's just setting the stage for Derek Chauvin to, you know, get a plea to some kind of manslaughter charge and serve like 5 years or altogether walk. But nah, man, we saw what happened. We know what it is. And, you know, all the corruption and violence. And, you know, like I said, people want to spin narratives about criminals. Yes, there is criminals. There will always be criminals. George Floyd didn't even go to court. George Floyd wasn't even officially charged. They were investigating what went on. And like I said, Chauvin and those other cops that need to go down as well played judge, jury, and executioner and took it all into their own hands and killed them. So let's talk about the police violence and corruption, though. Like I said, we know that there's crime in the streets, but just because of that doesn't give police the right to go out and kill people, doesn't give police the right, you know, to act as criminals themselves. And that's what goes on, you know, lots of violence, lots of coercing people into admitting to crimes that they didn't do, or, you know, the police just believe they did, and they think that, you know, a traffic stop or, you know, talking to a suspect should go one way, so they force it out of them. And you know, it's been going on for years. And you heard what Rogan said. Not all police officers do this, but there is a lot of them out there that do. They kill people, and other cops, you know, who aren't up to this stuff sometimes are afraid to speak out, or when they do, they're silenced. You know what I mean? There's a lot of criminal stuff that goes on with the police force, and it needs to be addressed. It needs to be fixed. I don't have all the answers, but something new has to be done. Some kind of new system has to be set up, and Derek Chauvin and these officers being brought to justice and truly paying for what they did, and everything else that's going on right now, you know, with these, if these guys get convicted and everything, can really maybe possibly start to change things. You know, the system can start to be changed into a more just system. Of course, nothing's ever going to be perfect, but what's been going on now and been going on for years isn't working, right? I mean, do you guys agree with me? Do you guys disagree with me? I want to know in the comments. You know, anyone who's new to the channel, it's all about hearing what the people got to say on my platform, on J Coffee Talk. So make sure to join the discussion in the comments. I'm the kind of guy that can agree to disagree. So let's keep it respectful and let's talk about this. But for starters, you know what I mean? These guys need to go down. They need to pay. You know, this bogus report that came out through Hennepin County. Then we see what the private, you know, report says. And like I've been telling you, and like what Joe Rogan just said, we know what we saw. We know what we saw, you know. So just, you know, as I've stated in a previous video, for anyone who's ever skeptical about how when people are claiming that the system is corrupt, and, you know, injustice happens and things are rigged and, you know, set up in the favor of the system, even if the system is wrong. Look what's going on right now. Look at those reports. Think about it. Use your brain. You know what I mean? So that's all I really got on this one, guys. I just wanted to kind of, you know, tap in and talk with you guys as I've been covering what's went down, you know, with this case with George Floyd and everything that's happened with the protests to, you know, everything else I just kind of wanted to summarize things and talk with everyone and see what everyone thinks. So let's get this discussion going. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I also cover sports, music, news, current events, and much, much more. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next video. I'm out of here. Peace.